Alright, we are live again. And we are recording. Finally. And away we go. Well, welcome back if you're watching on Facebook. Right. How long do we have, Adam Mensch?
Negative half an hour.
Negative half an hour. That makes sense. Kia ora, my friends. How do you do? I, Benny Ward, am here in the garden. Again, for the cold open of MML 115. Now, we're coming to you at a slightly different time today. It turns out I am, in fact, a moron. I forgot to charge the battery on my camera, so I'm coming to you half an hour later than the normal start time of Monday Morning Live. So, I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling like I'm a little bit off my game, just because we're coming to you at a different time. I feel like I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone. It could be a theme of today's show, getting out of your comfort zone. It's time to get out of our comfort zone. Not the kind of time that we will be planting in our live gardening segment, which we will do. We'll do live gardening. We'll take a look back at the week that was. We'll take a look at the week ahead. We'll have Strawberry Watch, Joke of the Week, and we'll play What's in the Bag. All those things and many more are coming up right here, half an hour late, on Monday Morning Live. Let's kick off with a look back at the week that was. Now, far be it from me to say anything negative. Monday Morning Live is all about positivity. But last week, the pathetically ridiculous farce that is the joke of the sporting world, the NRL season, came to an end. Effectively. For my team. And I just want to say condolences to all the fans. I feel really sorry for all the fans of the New Zealand Warriors after your embarrassing and shameful victory over my team, the Knights. Right, let's move on from that. Now, last week on the farm, let's check in with Strawberry Watch. A little bit of a twist on Strawberry Watch this week. Now, we've got some audio queued up. Adam, can we get the audio ready? Now, those of you watching on Facebook won't be able to hear the audio. That's all the more reason to tune in to the YouTube version, the widescreen version of Monday Morning Live, where you get extra audio and extra bells and whistles. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, and thank you for joining, you'll be able to hear the tranquil sound of the water flowing through the hydroponic gullies. Now, we grow our strawberries in the hydroponic gullies out at Golden Mile Produce. Shout out to my good friends Stephen and Sally. Now, last week we finished planting the last of the plants, and this is the sound of the tranquil water flowing through the gullies. Now, what we do, because the plants themselves are grown in soil, we have to trim all the unwanted leaves and roots. We have to wash the plants, de-sterilise the plants, and then we put them in the hydroponic gullies. It takes a little while for the plants to get established, because effectively, by taking them out of the soil and putting them into the hydroponic gullies, we're taking the plants out of their comfort zone. And it takes a little while to adjust to that. Speaking of adjusting, our new cat Ivy is starting to adjust to being out of her comfort zone. She spent most of the first few weeks in her room, but she started to venture out, and she's been sort of hiding in different spots around the house as a seagull flies over and shows its approval for the show. Thank you. So Ivy's adjusting to being out of her comfort zone, the plants are adjusting to being out of their comfort zone, and so am I. In more ways than one. You see, let's get into the week ahead. In the week ahead, I am physically going to be getting out of my comfort zone. 2,477 kilometres out of my comfort zone, to be precise. I'm going to Brisbane to visit my brother and my stepbrother, stepsister, and I'm going to see my brother's graduation from the Australian Police Force. I'm very proud of him. Now, I say it's out of my comfort zone because, you know, I love being at home. I'm a real homebody. I love spending time with my beautiful wife and my beautiful children. So going to Australia, I'm a little bit nervous about it because it's such a step out of my comfort zone. But that's not a bad thing. Sometimes that's the best way to grow. Speaking of growing, let's do some live gardening. I have here a Spanish thyme cutting that I've propagated. Now, I put it into a glass of water, otherwise known as the Benny's 6100 series propagation unit. And you can see now, roots have started to grow. Look at the roots, which is great, which means it's time to plant it on as it falls into the water. I'm going to do so, and I'm going to put it into one of these 10 centimetre pots. Now this pot is filled with a high grade Dalton's potting mix. As we know, Dalton's don't sponsor Monday Morning Live yet. I'm going to use the Benny's 6100 series seedling planter, and I'm just going to make a little hole. I'm going to hold the seedling by the leaves, or by one of the leaves rather than by the stem, because if you damage the leaves they'll grow back, if you damage the stem it's game over. A bit like the season for the Newcastle Knights. I'm just going to pat that down, and I'm going to give it a wee spritz of water using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer. Told you I'm off my game. Available in the gift shop. 1 up by 2. These are life gardening. Right, we've taken a look back at the week that was. The week ahead is going to be a step out of the comfort zone. A bit like the seedling, a bit like my cat. And let's have a drink of water and get our bearings. Let's play What's in the Bag. Today in the bag I have a pear. Not the kind of pear that you get when you play poker. This kind of pear. Now the cool thing about pears is that if you've got just one pear, you can say you've got a pear. If you've got 2 pears, you can still say that you've got a pear. I don't know what you'd say if you've got 3 pears, unless you're playing poker, in which case you're obviously cheating. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There's your joke of the week. Let's enjoy a delicious Bosch pear. Now I got these pears from my good friend Andrew Lowe. Now he has Lowe's Orchard, and he has a stall sort of the northwestern corner of the farmers market at the AP Showgrounds every Sunday morning. This is a Bosch pear. Now it's named after the French horticulturalist Louis Bosch. Now Bosch, so it's a Buret Bosch. Now Buret is French for buttery, which refers to its soft and juicy texture. Let's try some. Delicious. Delicious Buret Bosch pear from Lowe's Orchard. Alright folks, I think that's all the benniness we can muster for one morning. Thank you to everybody that joined me on the exclusive Monday Morning Live pre-show. Thank you to everyone who tunes in to the YouTube version, Monday Morning Live. Thank you to everybody that joins me at the Marlborough Farmers Market. You can see me there every Sunday morning. You can see me every Monday morning, usually at 11 AM, but sometimes at 11:30, for Monday Morning Live. And I will see you next time. Next time in the garden. Because diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Morning Live. Even when it's half an hour late.
And we're clear. Finally.